All right, guys, so 2 years in the making, first car wash, and I couldn't be happier with how everything's turning out. I wanted to show you guys, I did a lot, I've been doing a lot of work on it without doing any video. I just work faster that way and I get more done, but I do want to share with you guys all of what I've gotten done in the past couple weeks. Obviously you can see the new seats. These are just the seat covers or the seat upholstery that you can get on eBay. They're actually from like Pakistan or something like that. That's where they actually came from. So everything went pretty well with those. It wasn't that easy. It took me about 2 days of, really fitting and getting it to pull it tight and all that. But it did come out really good, and I got the 280Z logo on there. Black, it's not leather, it's just like pleather with the white stitching. So yeah, very comfortable, feels good. Obviously not like like a race seat, like 280s and 240s, the seats don't really grip you that well, but that's okay. We're not racing this car. This car is, it's a showing, show car, cruiser, whatever you want to call it. But, and I have been driving it around and working on the tune, and that's coming along really good. It's making really good power, feels really good. I'm really conservative on everything, and it already feels like amazing. I have no idea how much power it's making. I just know what like my air fuel ratios are, my timing and all that. I'm just creeping up on things, especially the timing. I don't want to get too aggressive with the timing until we figure out what fuel we're going to use in here. Like if I want to use the good fuel or medium fuel, I don't know. Probably we'll end up using good fuel so we can run a little more timing. And yeah, and there's a lot of the things in the ECU you got to kind of keep an eye on, like with your intake air temperature. When that starts to increase, you want to pull a little bit of timing, and just to keep everything safe. So I've been working on that. I just don't want to get too aggressive right away. But yeah, and then we've got the Vibrant 3-inch, they call it the 3-inch Ultra Quiet, and I just got done with that this morning. I don't know if you can see it right there. Yeah, you can see it right there. And it's actually not fully welded. I still have to, I'm gonna put a V-band right, when this goes back and then down, I wanna put a V-band right in there so I can remove this, because right now the whole thing's connected. And in the center, I have to take the exhaust down so I can weld it fully. But like I use some slip couplers, so I just need to get it down and weld the whole thing and then put a V-band so then I can, it's easier to get it on and off. But other than that, I mean, it's really solid right now. I got a hanger right up in here, and yeah, works really good. And I kind of did like a little dump coming off the side like that. I think it looks really cool. Kind of directs it away from the car a little bit. But I kind of wanted to give you guys an exhaust clip, see what it sounds like. So if you're thinking of getting one of these mufflers, you'll know exactly what it sounds like on a stock L28. So let me find my little camera holder or phone holder, and I'll stick it back there and we'll start it up and you guys can hear the exhaust. So I don't know how it's coming out on video, but I'm really happy with the way it sounds. And especially, I was a little worried, you know, driving it like down the road at like 60, that it would be some like a loud drone in the car, and there's really not. And that, I don't even have all of the sound deadening in it yet. I ran out of sound deadening, and I still have to put some more pieces. I have the sound deadening up front there underneath the seats and back here, but I ran out, so I got to buy some more of that. And this here actually rattles a little bit. You can kind of hear it. So I'm going to pull that off and put like some foam around it to kind of isolate that. But yeah, it sounds really good. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it came out on video, but really happy with the way it came out. And I've also been doing like painting some of the interior panels. I don't think I showed that. I might have showed that. I don't remember if I did a video on that or not. But this is actually, these panels were brown before, okay? They were this color, all right? So this is the actual color of the car, I mean the interior rather. And now it's that. So you can see, like this is all painted. So I've done videos on that before with on my Mustang, but I'll show you guys the paint that I use, so that in case you're thinking of changing the color, you gotta get the vinyl prep. There's the part number for that. You just wipe it on, let it dry, and then you paint it with color coat, okay? SEM color coat. And this is Landau Black. That's the one I always use. That's the one I use on this car, that car. So any kind of plastics, it really like dyes it. It's not really a paint, okay? So it comes out really thin, and it takes a few coats, but it really like dyes the vinyl, okay? And it comes out really good. And I've never had an issue with it peeling off. Like it doesn't peel off. Like it kind of like impregnates into the vinyl, the plastic or whatever. So yeah. What else? I did do a little bit of vinyl repair here. This doesn't look great. I'm still working on it. I bought one of those little kits that, you know, you can repair vinyl. There's a couple tears. There's one there, and there's one over on the side right there. You can't see, but I'm just trying to clean them up because these door cards weren't in bad enough shape to justify paying the money to replace them. Maybe down the road, but I think they look really good. And it kind of, I don't know, it gives it some character because this still is an old car. And while everything is brand new and it's, you know, mint condition now, a few bits like that doesn't really take away from the value of the car, I don't think, in my personal opinion. But, you know, so let's see, what else have I done that I haven't told you guys about? Oh yeah, I painted the emblem. I really like this. This is, I painted it satin. So it kind of is a little bit like, this is gloss, but then this is satin painted. So it's kind of subtle, but it looks really cool, I think. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the hood emblem. I'm gonna probably buy like a used hood emblem off eBay. They're like 35, 40 bucks. And mount that there, but then paint it like the satin black, the same as that. Also the same as the louvers here, which I painted, and also the little these little vents on the side here. Still got to get a antenna. I think I'm just going to do a little stubby aluminum antenna. I think that would look cool. I'm not going to try to have the antenna, you know, raising up and down. I don't really care about that. And put some speakers in it. I'm not going to go crazy with the sound system. Just something really basic, Bluetooth, and you know, something that you could maybe answer phone calls or whatever. And yeah. The other thing I've been working on also, and I also painted this too, the center console. I had to use some like JB Weld to try to get this thing to look good, but it's starting to come out pretty good. It's got a couple cracks in it, like underneath here is a crack, but I built this like metal, let's see if I can get it out. Yeah, I built this like metal plate with the holes in it, and then I kind of wrapped it in this wrap that a friend at work gave me. And so that just, so you can see the cracks. a couple cracks there, but that's the only cracks in the whole thing. So again, I was like, do I want to replace this whole thing and spend all that money just for a couple cracks? So this is just going to come here, mount there, the holes line up, and it covers all that, okay? And then I can, if I want, maybe I could put like a USB charger in here or something like that, or whatever, I don't know. But this is the same thing. I painted it with that SCM. This is a shift boot from a Mustang, and all I did was just attach that up underneath, you know, with some clips. And yeah, so I'll be mounting this pretty soon. We got to get carpet. So center console carpet, stereo, and that is pretty much, I don't know what else I would need to do other than, like, you know, if I wanted to later on add air conditioning. That's pretty much it. All the gauges work, everything works. I got all the Speed Hut gauges, Speed Hut GPS, Speed Hut TAC, all that. And then these are just mechanical gauges, okay? I really like using mechanical gauges. You don't have to worry about sensor failure, okay? So I can sit here and watch my oil pressure, and I know exactly what my oil pressure is. Yeah, so there's like really no guessing as far as, you know, that goes. Same with the water temp. I know exactly what my water temp is. That's a mechanical gauge. And then obviously we got the fuel, and that all works, and everything works good with that. I'm gonna probably make my own plate here to cover this and mount a radio, and then I might put some switches or something. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure on that. And yeah, I gotta do some kind of a headliner up here. Don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but that'll be coming in the future. A unique thing that I did on this car that you're never gonna see on another 280 is I used a Speedway harness, okay, that was designed for like an older Chevy, okay? So it's got this is my lights right here, okay? And I used like, I think this was the cigarette lighter area. You know, normally it's on the stock where your lights and all that are, but my light switch, it's all messed up, it doesn't work. So I just mounted this one here, and you pull it out, all the lights come on, okay? And then, just like the old trucks or older cars, I have my high beams right here on the foot switch. So I just reach down with my foot and hit that, and I can turn the high beams on and off, okay? And then when you twist this all the way to the left, the dome light comes on, even though I have it disconnected right now, because when I'm working on it, I don't want to drain the battery. Because when the doors open, the dome light comes on, okay? So I got that disconnected, but it does work. So yeah, everything, all the lights work. I do need to replace a bulb over on that side, but all the side markers, headlights, yep, all the these little orange lights here all work. I was thinking of maybe adding some white LEDs down here, but I don't know, we'll see. I got to replace this bulb because the bulb is bad, but so everything works. I have the ECU. I have the ECU turning on the fuel pump, so it gives it like a prime pulse, kind of like a modern car does. And then it's like a 1.5 second prime pulse, and then that turns it on once it sees RPM. I have a separate relay for that. Separate relay for the ECU. This looks a little bit like a mess, but I still have some work to do with tidying that up, but yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys, for now, what I've done. And it drives great. My alignment is a little bit off. Obviously, I did like a little old, you know, a home alignment, and it, you know, it's just like a preliminary alignment, but it's pretty close. Drives pretty good. And I have not messed at all with like shock settings or anything like that. So I don't know, I got to get it out on a road that, like a curvy road, and see how it feels. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I just wanted to get you guys up to date and have you listen to an exhaust clip. So in case you were, you know, debating on what muffler to get, it's really nice. I really like it. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. I'll check y'all later.